First, I just want to say thank you to all of those who serve, all the policemen, all the policewomen, and first responders. Thank you. Would you just look at them and tell them thank you? Nod, thank you. Thank you. You have a significant and risky job, and your willingness to serve our city makes it much safer, and we say thank you. And we say thank you to those who've gone before us, who also laid their life on the line for our safety. I've been asked to say a few words about what I think about police officers. And what I would say is, I think it's easy to get discouraged, but when somebody's ridiculing you, yelling at you, telling you you're the worst person in the world, it gets tough. We as pastors can identify in a small area, in a small way, as do others who spend their life serving this community. Remember, there's a man who knows what it is to have people ignore him, ridicule him, spit on him, and tell him he's worthless. So, when you're at your wit's end with someone because of the verbal assault, because of the hostility or physical assault, know that you're not alone. We are behind you, and we're standing with you. So often, people do not know what else you do. They think that you chase, arrest, and put away criminals, which you do a lot of, thank you. But you also care deeply for people. Last Wednesday, I witnessed the utmost respect and compassionate side of our local police force. Chaplain Ken Trevethek, my pastor, called me and informed me of the sudden passing of his beautiful wife, Judy. He asked me to head to the house and check on Amaya, their 8-year-old great-granddaughter. Upon arrival, I met Officer Mason, who had picked up Amaya and attuned to her and then proceeded to believe Amaya what was happening. When I walked into Amaya's house, or where she was, Officer Modek was with her. Officer Modek was so compassionate and caring for Amaya, he never left her side and helped this 8-year-old through the most traumatic event of her life. Officer Modek, Officer Mason, and Officer Munez, your love and concern in a crisis was unmatchable. Thank you. We seldom know the full impact that we have on other people, and we attempt to understand as humans, but we fall short. However, there is somebody that knows your impact and knows your influence, and he will work in ways that you never thought were possible. My friend Paul says, live a life worthy of the calling you have received. You as police officers have received a high calling. And he encourages you to walk worthy. He also says, whatever you do, do it with all of your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. One of the things I know is that sometimes these pressures become way too much. I've listened and attuned to several of you and realized that compassion fatigue is high in your profession. My encouragement to you as a civilian is to do what Drew Holcomb states in his album, Strangers No More, with the song titled, Find Your People. It's important to have friends who you can be yourself with. Peer support is key to the longevity of your profession. Secondly, I encourage you to take time for self-care. Learn to relax and get away from your pressures. Like Captain Fredericks right here is leaving tomorrow for Hawaii. It might look like a little vacation, but it also does something for your soul and restores you and keeps you healthy. On one occasion, my friend, Jesus told his disciples, come with me by yourself to a quiet place and get some rest. We live in a city that never sleeps. It's always moving, but you need some rest. Lastly, remember that this is a high calling. And sometimes that will be the only thing you have to hold on to, is that calling. I want you to know that most of the people in this community are for you and are standing behind you and praying for you. I want you to know we appreciate everything you do. Thank you, and God bless. Would you stand? for a moment of silence.
Tab, attach, pump. Up, out, face. Work hard. One step forward, move.